Time now for more of today's community comment. Here again is your host, Ryan Gable.
Well, thank you, Cal. I'm here with Stephanie Curtis from the Watertown Family Center and Kristen Kazmarek. Pretty close?
You got it right.
Not bad. From Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Hard to believe it's another year.
Yes.
Back at it and raising money and creating awareness and all that good stuff. Let's start with the Watertown Family Center. What is it that the Watertown Family Center does?
Well, the Watertown Family Center primarily serves families birth to 5. We offer drop-in playgroups twice a week for a parent and child. We offer open gym sessions once a week. We do infant massage classes quarterly, parenting classes. We do those 3 times a year. They're 6-week sessions during the school year. We do family-free fun nights, and we also do monthly workshops. And then in the summertime, our center's basically closed. I'm there, but in the summer we take everything out to the parks. So we are in the parks in Watertown, and that's where the families, because sometimes they have older children, they can come out to the parks and play with the little kids. And we have changed our playgroups, and we call them PACE playgroups, parent and child enrichment playgroups. So we add an enrichment component so that the kiddos during the summertime and during the school year get enrichment, and not just, well, they're playing, but they're actually learning while they're playing, and the parents are participating.
That is great. Now, how long have you been
I have
with the group?
I just celebrated my anniversary, 13 years.
Congratulations.
13 years I've been at the Family Center, so wow.
Yeah, how time flies, right?
It's flown, yes. I'm like, oh my gosh, 13 years.
So, do we have a physical building for the
Yes, the Watertown Family Center is located in the YMCA in Watertown. We're on 415 South 8th Street, and we've been there for, those family centers been around for almost 25 years, so I've been there 13 years. And the Family Center's been at this location. It used to be the Hawk, and now it's the Y. We've been there about 20 years.
Wow, that's great. And keeps going.
Keeps going. You know, that's one thing. Yeah, people change, places change, money changes, but the need for making stronger families never change, and doing what we do, strengthening families.
That is great. And Kristen, let's talk a little bit Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and where you're located and what you guys do.
Well, Big Brothers Big Sisters is also located in the YMCA over at in Watertown at 415 South 8th Street, as well as the Family Center. We are a mentor-based program that focuses on producing one-on-one relationships between bigs and littles. We have 3 programs. Our community-based program is one where bigs and littles meet out in the community and do activities, whether it's going over to the big's home and learning how to cook, or learning how to garden, or just having fun together. And we have a site-based program which is located in the schools, mainly in Horicon, Mayville, and Watertown area. And that is a program where our mentors meet with their littles once a week during the school year, during their lunch and recess time. And we just recently added an additional program called the Site-Based Plus program, which now enables our mentors and littles that we're meeting in the school to now see each other outside of school, like during the summer or for special occasions, but still see each other in school as well.
So how many volunteers does it take, do you need, as far as the bigs go? Is it an ongoing?
It is an ongoing need. Currently, both in Beaver Dam area and also in all of our areas, Beaver Dam, Watertown, Horicon, and Mayville, we have a waiting list for littles in need of a big.
Okay.
It's rare that we have bigs waiting to find a little, because we can always find a little that is in need of somebody.
Sure.
So,
what are the qualifications to become a big?
in order to become a big, we need 3, for community, we need 3 references. You must be 18 years of age. You also need to go through some extensive background checks.
Sure.
Because the safety of our children is our #1 goal.
You bet.
And the ongoing safety of our kids. And then you do some training with us and an interview with us, and then on you go. And then you have to have monthly contact with us, or sometimes more if you choose, as we are continuing to assist them in helping out their little in ways that they might not know that they need different kinds of trainings and things.
Sure. What types of things are they doing primarily? Go to a ball game,
Oh,
reading?
Gosh, it varies. This past weekend, we had a group of, it was a brother and sister, both have bigs, and they went to the Dodge County, the farmers breakfast, and this next weekend, they're gonna be going to Watertown where the Vietnam Wall is going to be, and they're gonna go and see that, and then they intend to go to the Jefferson County Fair, and they usually go to a lot of the county fairs. During the summer, we see a lot more of our bigs and littles going to ball games, or sometimes more of the semi-pro games to keep costs down.
Sure.
But once in a while, we're given tickets, and then they can go and see that. Otherwise, they just figure out what works for them. Some bigs have their littles over on their farm and work together on the farm
That's
to learn
great.
new things.
And how many littles are there at a given time roughly?
Currently, we have over 60 littles,
Wow.
and we currently have about 20 littles on our waiting list between all of our communities.
Just we don't have enough.
We
Don't have
don't.
enough bigs.
We don't have enough bigs.
So for anybody who is interested, how do they find out more information?
They can call us at 920-261-2315 and leave a message for myself, Kristen, and I will get it back to them.
Get right back, because you're always in need.
Yes.
Let's see, what are we gonna do for the Watertown Family Center for raising funds this year? Or did we do?
What we did, well, how did we use the money?
No, what did we do to raise funds, or what are we doing?
What we did was, we actually held a couple of brat fries, so from our tips,
Mhm.
and a portion of our brat fry sales, we're donating that to, the Radiothon. We've done a few other little mini raffles at the family center with our families, and so all that money's gonna go. Kristen and I are holding a joint, bake sale on Thursday at Glenn's Market
Oh.
on Main Street. So
Have you
that-
had the dog, have you tried the pet food there at Glenn's Market?
Yes, I have.
Amazing, right?
Well, I haven't eaten it myself.
I haven't tried it, but my dog was
Yep, the-
thoroughly
the
impressed,
dog
so,
treats, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
So
and
throw
the
that in.
bones.
And the bones,
And the
yeah.
bones.
And the little liver giblets my dogs always loved.
Yeah,
Yeah, so, yeah.
but you can get real food there.
You can
You
get
can,
real
yes.
food,
Also,
yes.
at Glenn's Market and Catering in
yes.
Watertown.
Over 50 types of brats, I just
There
saw
is.
that.
Yeah, well, last week,
Yeah.
Kristen did the Philly cheesesteak brat, it was really good, you just have to say
Yes.
that. But if you like a Sheboygan, which is the regular brat, go for that too.
And so we're doing what at Glenn's then? I'm sorry, I got
Yeah.
sidetracked
We're
with
doing
brats and dog
bake
food.
sales, so Valero employees donate baked goods to us, and
That's
then
great.
we are holding a bake sale out on the porch at Glenn's.
And what time will that be?
And we're gonna start at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock this Thursday?
This Thursday,
June
so we'll be there,
21st.
and it's supposed to be a beautiful,
Perfect.
gorgeous day. The frosting won't melt on those cupcakes, or the pies won't be smushy, so everybody just come on out and grab a slice of pie, or a piece of cake, or a cupcake, or brownies, or Rice Krispie treats, cookies. We don't put a dollar amount on it,
Mhm.
we just do it all by donation.
Oh, that's
It's easier
great.
that way,
Mhm.
people, they tend to give us a little bit more money went that way, so it's kinda nice.
Mhm.
So we appreciate everybody coming out.
So 11 o'clock at Glenn's on Thursday. What time does that go rough? Do we have an idea? Is it when everything's gone?
I think we'll probably go to about 1:30, cause we'll
Okay.
be there during like the lunch hour. So people come to Glenn's, and get lunch,
Mm-hmm.
because they serve hot lunches
Yep.
there. So, we're usually the dessert portion on the way out.
That is perfect. But fairly, it's not an all-day thing,
It's
so.
not an all-day
Make
thing,
sure you put on
and
your
then
calendar.
we try, basically it's all gone by the time we're done there, so it's kinda nice. And we don't have to bake, because the Valero employees are doing it for us.
Well, that is very, very
It is,
generous.
yes, and Valero's been doing that for 4 years now, donating the baked goods for at least 4 years.
That's
So
fantastic.
it's kinda cool.
And sometimes it doesn't even make it to Glenn's because the employees purchase them
Yes,
prior.
the Glenn's employees purchase it before.
Sure.
Or,
Or
as
the
I
Valero.
say, Valero does do a pre-sale too, so.
So how many folks will be out there? Will it be a pretty big stand? Will it be that, is it just the two of you?
It's just the two of us.
Just the two of you,
Yes, two of
so
us.
Yes.
make sure everybody
Our
shows
family
up.
themselves, we're just
I
there
like it.
having fun,
Why not?
chit-chatting,
Yeah.
pushing food.
Pushing food. I get
I'm
it.
pushing sugar, I don't care.
Right. I mean, dessert's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
it is.
tastes
In
good.
moderation.
In moderation.
And if it has fruit in it, it's perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go, it's 2 for 1.
Get all the food groups, and
Mhm.
that's perfect stuff.
Exactly.
So what are we gonna do this year with the funds that are raised from the Radiothon?
Kristen, did you want to answer that?
What will Big Brothers and Big Sisters do?
What you're gonna do?
A lot of the funds that are raised will go towards maintaining our matches. It will also go towards having outings for our matches.
What do you mean maintaining the matches?
There goes a lot into providing training to the mentors in case they need it. Also, in all of our school-based programs, we need to do a yearly background check on them because they are going into the schools. We also need to be contacting them monthly and helping them with any questions they have, or also offering them assistance in finding different activities to go out on. And in some cases, they might not be able to afford something, but really want to do something with their little, so the money will help pay for some of those outings as well, so that they can go out into the community with their littles and things that they might not have been able to afford.
Sure. So what types of things do they do typically in the winter? I mean, I know it's great now, there's so many opportunities for events and ball games like we had talked about. What types of things are they doing?
Well,
Indoors,
there's still some of that. I mean, we have some some matches that are very sports oriented, so they'll go to like the Badger games, or they'll go to the Bucks games, or in hockey, Milwaukee Admirals. They'll try to do some of those things. Otherwise, we have with our big sisters and little sisters, we have a big contingency that likes to bake. So they do a lot of baking, and a lot of our bigs, what they do is bake extra to send home for the families, since a lot of our families don't have necessarily the best diets, and so they give them some of those. And it's not baked like it's not always like baked goods like we were just talking about, pies and stuff. It's sometimes just even making a dinner and teaching them how to make a dinner.
That's great. Yeah, life skills that
Yes.
they can use only forever.
Yes, exactly. We have one grandma who is a guardian of a big, or of a little right now, not of a big, but of the little, and it was really neat to hear how excited she was that the big was assisting her grandson in assisted him in setting up a savings account and helping him budget. And they go through every couple weeks, they go through together when they're together, okay, how much money did you put aside in your savings account, and just teaching them, things that are going to carry over beyond just now.
That's great. What's your favorite part of being involved with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters?
I think it's when we finally, that initial time when we make the match and you get to see the kids' excitement, especially ones that have been on the waiting list for so long, and understanding that they're finally going to be able to get out into the community or have somebody at school meeting with them. That's one of my favorite parts. But the other of my favorite parts is hearing from the bigs how much they thought they were going to be helping their littles, and in turn finding out that their littles are really helping them.
Interesting.
They can't imagine their life after doing it, just because of the things that they've learned from their littles.
And how long can it take, because of the lack of bigs, that a little could be on the waiting list?
We have some on there that are been on the waiting list for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately. And sometimes what occurs is that, you want to make a match that's going to last.
Sure.
So it just might be something where little has different interests than a big, and you're trying to make those matches to last. But then once in a while you get kids and bigs that are like, you know what? I don't care if they're completely opposite of me.
Sure.
I want to try that and see, and sometimes those relationships work out just as great.
That's great.
So.
Awesome. And how about the Watertown Family Center?
Watertown Family Center, the monies that we receive from the Radiothon, we use for parenting classes. Normally, we put about 60 parents through our parenting classes in a school year. And so go towards that. It will go to our drop-in play groups, which is for the parent and the child, or a guardian and their child. And then our open gym sessions. Last year, we had 2,392 child visits alone for drop-in play group and open gym sessions. nearly 200 families, 300 adults, and let's say 328 children.
Wow.
So, we do serve a lot. It doesn't matter your level of income. We serve people who don't have any money. We have people who do have money that come in. And it doesn't matter, you're a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And where do people go for help with parenting, For people who are professionals, they go out and do continuing ed. So I kind of look at the family center as continuing ed.
Mm-hmm.
And letting the parents have a place to come to, gain some parenting skills. Kristen and I were talking this morning. I recently wrote a grant called for baby cafes, and I'm hoping I get the money, but it's for teaching parents with children birth to 1 how to play with their kids, because we're finding parents don't know how to play or why they should play. Why should you play peekaboo? So simple things like that.
Great question.
Right, you're right.
Great. I would
And,
not know that.
When talking to your child, how many people don't talk to their kids anymore? And how do kids increase their vocabulary? It's by talking to them all the time. My kids are like, shut up, be quiet, mom.
Right.
But
Let me get back on my phone. My
Right.
friends are
But
missing
nowadays,
me.
people are too involved in their phones,
Mhm.
doing screen time. Parents are on the phone, kids are on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to bring back old school parenting, teaching them those things at the family center, and that the importance of education. You are your child's first teacher, and that education doesn't start at school; it starts at birth. So it's you're the main one.
Mm-hmm.
And getting that down, and it's interesting to see the change in parents that don't know that that's what's they are the first teacher. Some people think I took care of them, they go to school and learn.
And the schools should take care of
Right,
everything.
that's not how it goes, and if you want your kid to be ready for school, to be successful in life, there are things that you can do before they go to school. So, and that's what we're hoping to do at the family center.
What do you like best about being at the family center? Or what's your best days?
What's my best days?
Yep.
I guess, when I hear the stories from the parents, there was a mom who she didn't have the best life growing up, and she said to me, she goes, I want to be a good mom, and if I didn't have a role model, my mom wasn't a great mom, and she goes, coming here helps me be a good mom. So, those little things,
Mhm.
or,
That's a big one though.
That's a big one.
Breaking that trend.
Breaking
and that
that
cycle.
trend, or, and not only at the family center do we do the play groups and all that, I get phone calls. So, and we're a resource center, so, people call and say, I need help.
Mm-hmm.
And then I say, with what, where do you live, which county are you in, and then I can direct them to a resource. And, those are the good days, when you're helping somebody, when I get a grant, and then it's like, yay, what, all these people we're gonna help. And like I said, I've been here for 13 years. I didn't know I was gonna be here for 13 years. Somehow I'm on this path. So, and the little kids who just come and, the joy that they have when they come to the family center. You might get a mom who first comes to the family center who's kind of despondent, checked out, and then in 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
she's totally different. Or a dad, same thing, like,
Sure.
oh, I didn't know. We did a workshop on playing board games with your child. I was amazed that there's some parents that didn't know how to play a board game with their kids.
I suppose you live what you learn and
Right.
learn what you live. And if that was never part of your.
Watching a single dad with his little boy playing chutes and ladders, going, okay, I got this, and seeing how much joy the little boy had,
Mm-hmm.
playing with his dad. They just want to play.
Just want some
They just
time.
want that time, and it doesn't matter how much time. It's just the time that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, I think as parents, we're always worried about, am I doing it right? How am I gonna do this? All these things going through your head, and I'm 50 now, and my oldest is 20, almost 22. My youngest is 18. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You like, I know it's there,
Mm-hmm.
but until your kids get older, you really don't realize, and you're like, wow, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool,
That's great.
And I wish, all parents, I'm like, you can do this. That's the most important thing. You can do this. You're not alone. There's people there to support you.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in this, it kind of takes a village.
Right, absolutely,
And,
well said.
But that's the most important thing, and actually that's something that's gonna be put in the mirror in our bathroom. So when parents look in it, and the kids, it's gonna say, you could do this. Because sometimes when you're, mom or dad, you're just like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through the day. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through the day. And you know what? You do.
And that's great, there's help and
There's
support
help,
and,
yeah.
and
Well,
knowledge.
I think one thing that you said to me this morning that was kind of cool is you said that, when you started, there's things now that you realize, even just being at the family center, the differences that it has made in your life
Oh, yeah.
and how it's changed. So even as we're in these positions, the differences it makes for us over the years is just unbelievable.
I'm a better mom. I always say that my daughter got a better mom than my son did because I started this job when she was 5 and Nick was 12. And the things that I've learned, he would say that I'm a great mom. But I just like, I'm a better person for being at the family.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Well, 2 great organizations that are gonna receive a lot of help from the Children's Radiothon, so we
Yes.
ask folks, come out Thursday, get ready to bid, go to
Yep.
dailydodge.com, you can check out all the auction items, and again, 100% of those funds raised, all this money, all goes to these different organizations, so you can hear how it helps out and how big of a difference it makes for raising these funds.
I was talking to the Radiothon up this morning. I teach senior fitness class, another thing that I do. And all my seniors, I'm like, okay, Radiothon's coming up. So if you're out there listening, I told them listen to me today, see if they do. We'll hear about it on Wednesday. But yeah, it's so easy. The Radiothon is just a wonderful thing, and it's been a great thing to be a part of for the last.
It's hard to believe, 21 years, this is the 21st year, and so yeah, it kicks off Thursday morning at 6 a.m., runs until Friday morning at 9 a.m., and then same thing as we've done in years past, Craig Karmazin will be here and talk about the year and how we did financially, and we look forward to that. And I think there's a rumor he may actually be around even on Thursday, so we're trying to get him up on the roof for a little bit to collect money with the buckets. So make sure everybody comes out, and thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Stephanie and Kristen, it's been a pleasure, and we will see you guys on Thursday.
All right.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.